this is before you introduce the song. I want to know where everybody was at when they heard this next one that you about to introduce. After you introduce the name of the song. Do you remember where
I know
you was
exactly
at?
where I was.
This is so crazy. What's happening? So I remember the last song where I was at. The last two actually.
So I'm gonna give you this one just real quick while you think about that. I was sitting there, right? And I'm looking. My boy,
because you sent it to me, and then I called you wilding out.
My boy. I'm talking about this track that we about to talk about.
Yeah,
which is the Meet the Grams is what we.
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams is what I'm talking about. The release of that. Do you remember where you were when you heard that, John? That was probably early in the morning on I would think it would be that Saturday.
It was Saturday morning.
It was like
I was on my way to work. It was
late.
It was late at night. It was actually at night.
It was super late.
Yeah, I woke up.
I was up. I was up
on
just
got home. Now. That's what it was.
So I saw that Drake drop, and then I'm looking online and I'm scrolling and I see the link, but I was like, nah, ain't no way he dropped it. Kendrick dropped again. Ain't no way. He just dropped this morning.
Friday night.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
he just dropped this morning. So I was like, it's no way he's about to do this again. And then I looked at the time. It was like 20 minutes later. It was like this is no way that he did this. And then I went and I listened and I was like, hold on, was this the same song from earlier? So I went back to 616. Like, was I missing something? And I was like, no, this is a totally different.
It was
a different joint.
Was it within 10 minutes?
I don't think it was over 20.
It was less than 20
It wasn't
minutes
over than 20.
when he went back to
it was ridiculous timing.
I'm going to tell y'all something.
He completely stepped
on it.
Stepped on it.
And that one might be the most disrespectful one, yo. Like, yo,
the way he did it, yeah.
I don't know.
Because that was the one when he wrote a letter to his mom's.
Yeah, that was all the
well, his son, his mom,
dad, son, everybody,
his pops,
alleged daughters,
and Drake got like a verse and a half of therapy. You feel me? Like, yo, I'm gonna give you self-reflection. Like, you that uncomfortable kid, yo, that like got to be the man now, and now you
don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, because you still weird.
He leaned on that therapy angle that Mr. Morale is a therapy. He's like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all some therapy. The whole family.
Yeah.
No Medicare, no health care needed.
I think that was intentional.
That was wild.
Wow.
The setup of all of these joints.
Exactly.
Yo, the funny is
what makes it so beautiful. Yo.
And the internet's wit with this, like, yo, when they said when whatever, I don't want to be disrespectful. Drake's son, I can't remember his name. Adonis. But when Adonis, no, I just couldn't remember his name.
Yeah,
Adonis, though, they said when Adonis get in trouble and basically like Drake put him in a room and it was the TikTok and he stopped playing and then you just hear the
Adonis.
In the song.
The hard piano, start going crazy.
I was having the conversation with my other fellas. I was like, yo, this is probably the greatest meme, gif, joke.
Everybody was getting on
thing on the socials I've ever seen. Ever. And this is we original Twitter babies Twitter and Instagram people. And we've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of wild nights. LeBron games have been some of the greatest moments of all time.
But that'd be just for that night. This has been over the course of like events. 2 weeks.
This is probably the greatest weekend ever.
It had to be.
I had to stop sending stuff in group chats because it was so good and rolling.
Yeah,
we all just sending
hilarious,
stuff.
Bro.
It was absolutely
legendary
crazy.
stuff.
It was all hilarious.
I want to go back to the song real quick because first of all, Alchemist show. Why you do that, Joe? That beat was crazy and
Alchemist
sinister.
But if you think about it, Alchemist only rock with real ones, like the ones that be like low key but super nice.
This is what Kendrick did. He gave you, because we're gonna get to the last part. He gave you the soul stuff, the charged up joint. Then he gave you the super rapidy rap, artistic, creepy joint,
and then
with that Meet the Grams, and then turn it up after. We're not gonna jump to it yet, but I just wanted to say this about the setup throughout that day. Yeah. He gave him the death note. Told him don't do it because everybody was leaking something. Have to be at this point.
Yeah.
So even with the lies or not lies, there was lies and truth being told on both parts because that song addressed family matters to an extent. But when he dropped 616, I said, "Yo," because he went back to back. Drake has to drop. He has to. He's gonna have to.
Or
the
he
clock,
takes an
everything.
automatic
He's gonna have to
if
drop.
you
He was
don't
begging it.
respond.
He was putting the clock. I started seeing because they was doing a battle of the socials. They both were doing it, yo. They were listening and doing it. So anyway, I said he gonna have to do it. I said he gonna drop something hard because they doing all this red. I said I don't know if it is gonna be Nuke, but it's gonna be crazy. And I said, yo, this is just me how I was thinking. Just if it was war, I said, whenever Drake drops, I would drop my joint if I have one immediately. And when he did it, I just put my hands up. I said, "Oh my gosh, yo, that's the only way you had to step." It doesn't matter what it was, you had to step on it ASAP. Yeah, and he was ready with a track, yo.
He and Drake did not. He did not expect.
He wasn't expecting.
He did not expect that at all because he thought he was going to drop that night, late on the latest tip. EST was pretty late. Let people go crazy overnight. People gonna wake up to it, dig into it. Kendrick said, "Nah, hold this." He put that right in front of his, and it so I woke up at 12:30, on some random. I had passed out on the couch, woke up. Oh, Drake dropped the diss. I'm listening to it, looking at the comments. Kendrick dropped. As soon as I read that, part of my brain turned off to the Drake.
You don't even listen.
And
anymore.
I went to the Kendrick joint. And
stepped on it. He 2-foot stepped on that joint.
It literally was a perfect game plan. I said, "This is what I would have done." Yo.
He swept all the wind.
Euphoria, just like you said, that very first part where he just kind of stepped on everything that Drake was about to do because he knew you was going to try to use the Mr. Morale joint. He was like, "I know what you about to do, boy.
Bring my family into this.
I know what you about to do, boy."
All he had to do,
I feel like he was saying,
Drake had to do was keep it. It was a friendly fade, and he went too low off the rip and got massacred.
He gave him so many nuggets there. Take these.
And I feel like Kendrick really don't like yo.
He don't.
I feel like he definitely was on his Robert Pattinson Batman in the dark, just with the pen in the pad. Especially
about this, you leave that guy.
It's honestly validating,
especially if they nice at.
It's validating as a man as identify as a Gemini as well, and Kendrick is one. So we hate.
Yo,
I hate extreme fever, yo, like a feverish passion.
I know he don't like him,
There's
yo.
certain shit that I just don't like, and I can see that this is one of the ones. No, that he
I feel like he was at a party and saw something weird, and now he like, bro, I'll never like yo ever again.
Just the way he reacted to Control pissed him off because he literally said, "Yo, I love y'all, but I want to kill y'all." Like he has that competitor Kobe type spirit.
Two of them hugging and kissing on stage.
Yeah,
the way he
love
said
him
it,
to death in the 8 bars. I'll explain
that first person shooter at all,
bro.
And the story was it was the call up.
He was supposed to be on there.
We don't get back. It's all that.